band thing going, and one day, you're blessed with this electric guitar guy that comes along, and he's not some Eddie Van Halen wannabe, and he's not some show off that wants to he actually has learned to just submit his guitar playing to the song. That's the thing we all have to do as musicians, is not, be egomaniacs. Just because we're on a stage here doesn't mean anything. Our heart in a worship team and our attitude is we're serving the congregation, man. Our master, Jesus, was the servant of servants. And he said, if you want to be great in God's kingdom, be a servant. So our attitude should always be, what can we do to inspire worship in the people that we're serving? And every musical choice that we make should be based on that. What is going to help inspire this guy, Fred, who maybe has 6 kids and, he coaches Little League, and he's not a professional musician, but on Sunday mornings he loves to sing out to the Lord. That's the guy, that we're serving. We're trying to help him. We're not playing for our musical friends. We're not trying to be cool. We're not trying to, get people to notice us, man. We got to just deal with that all the time. Keep that thing, that ego thing, way down here. Just constantly be aware of that. Constantly talk about preferring one another on your team. And I'm getting off on a tangent, but again, you could have the best musicians in the world. You could have the Tonight Show band at your church, but if they don't have a submitted heart to the Lord, if they don't have a heart that is growing in their knowledge of the Lord and their awareness and understanding of worshiping God 24/7 in their relationship with Him, if they're not growing in their love for the people that you serve week after week in your church, then you know what? I guarantee if you had the Tonight Show band in your church, it'd be kind of fun for a couple weeks, but after a while, you'd kind of go, something smells funny in here. Something smells kind of funny. It's just like the smell of flesh and showing off and being cool. And that's cool. That's the world thing. And sometimes on a Friday night rehearsal, have fun, man. We got to have fun and enjoy our instruments, and even on a Sunday morning. But there's just a difference in heart attitude.
At the same time, I look at my role as kind of being a co-leader. And that's not like trying to gain any glory for what I do, but I don't take the job as a job. It's not just the gig. I'm not just kind of like, hitting some instrument. I'm really ministering to the Lord like the worship leader. And that's kind of brought a whole new dimension of how I think about playing with the worship team, working with the band. And I let all of the musical stuff kind of relate to that, the flowing of a song. When it's really structured and there's the discipline of playing the song well and playing it to a click or a sequence, I want it to feel good, I want it to be musically exciting. But I'm also singing the song with the worship leader. And then, of course, there's always the moments where there's that time after a song where you're just in this moment of a Selah, where you're just meditating on what has just happened in the presence of the Lord. And many times for me, the reaction is musical. Like I start decorating things on the cymbals with mallets or brushes, and then I'll reach over and grab like a shaker and do a little spin or some chimes, and it's always an emotional reaction for me more than it is a musical thing. I mean, it's being translated into music, but it's really coming out of the heart. And I always tell players, like, if you're thinking of like, how can I be cool right now, don't do that. Like, don't gauge it according to the cool factor or trying to be hip or trying to impress, but like, think of yourself as being in the presence of God, playing your instrument, trying to please Him, and to imagine the look on the Lord's face when He's hearing this music come out of your soul to His heart.